Hello everybody, welcome back to Tiger Wolf Productions. Yeah, I know it's been a while, but I've been busy with things. And on top of that, I also came down with a certain sickness that changed the world. And after I got over that, I got a nasty cold. Um, but I'm back. I'm feeling 100% again. I feel much better. So we're going to get right on back to the video reviews. And as you can see, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is the first of my versus video reviews. That's what I'm calling them for now, until I can think of a better name. Anyway, basically, I'm going to be comparing two different versions of a particular character. And as you can see, the first of these little video reviews here will be none other than Rattrap from the Beast Wars. If you were fortunate enough to grow up in the late 90s, early 2000s like I did, you will remember a particular era of Transformers known as the Beast era. It was a fantastic era. I'm talking like Beast Wars, Beast Machines. In Japan they had Beast Wars Neo and Beast Wars 2, which I never saw those two, but I did see Beast Wars and Beast Machines. And Beast Wars was such a good show. Beast Machines was a pretty good show too. Wasn't nearly as good as Beast Wars, I thought, but yeah, it was still a pretty good show, I thought. Rattrap, this little guy, he was without a shadow of a doubt my favorite character on the show. He was kind of a wisecracker. Came off as a bit of a jerk sometimes, but at the end of the day, he was a really good character. So we're taking a look at Rattrap here. We have the Beast Wars vintage figure here. This is a complete remake of the original Beast Wars Rattrap from the ground up. Because the story goes, back in Beast Wars 10th, they did not use this version of Rattrap. They used the Transmetal Rattrap, which is easily more iconic to me. Whenever I think of Rattrap, I always think of his Transmetal form. But the thing is, they did not have this Rattrap for the Beast Wars 10th anniversary back in the early 2000s. And that's simply because they had actually lost the mold. So this is a straight up remake of that mold. So so that is the Beast Wars vintage Rattrap. We're going to be having a look at him, and we're going to be having a look at this guy. This is the Kingdom Rattrap, War for Cybertron Kingdom. And as you can see, well, there are a couple of rats. And they're very convincing rats as well. I've shown both of them to my cat, and she's shown, moderate interest. Anyway, first we're going to be taking a look at vintage Rattrap here, so we can push Kingdom off to the side there for a minute. Vintage Rattrap, very nice, very convincing little rat mode. You can see he's got fur detail, very nice. There's the tail. You can move the tail without triggering the transformation. That's really nice. The paintwork, they've opted to go for a more show-accurate look by giving him black eyes instead of the mustard yellow eyes of the original. I do appreciate that. and his feet are a bit of a lighter flesh color. In certain lighting, it almost looks gray or white, but it's supposed to be pink. Yeah, there's a bit of a undercarriage problem. You can see basically the robot mode groin area, legs, and head, unfortunately. But you're not supposed to be looking under there, are you? I don't think I've ever seen a rat make this face before. That was kind of the deal with Beast Wars. All the figures had to look genuinely pissed at the world, or, you know, like they're passing a kidney stone, one of the two. Anyway, yeah, he's got kind of that Ninja Turtle grrr kind of thing. You know, the figures had to look mean. They can't sell a figure of a cute little rat, I guess. Yeah, really like this little rat here, and I do like how they've gone for a more show accurate look once again. You know, with the brown here on the fur, and of course you can turn the rat beans, and you can kind of, yeah, you can pivot them as well because they are on little ball joints. Though not by much, but you can get little poses. I don't know if that's cute. I was going for cute there. I don't know what that was. But yeah, you can move him at the rat beans and the tail. Yeah, so he's a nice little rat. Yeah, so he's a nice little rat. I like him quite a bit. Let's have a look at Kingdom here now. Straight off the bat, he is way smaller than Vintage. I don't know. Now that I'm comparing the two, this guy looks more like a mouse to me than a rat. Like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, he looks more like a mouse. Yeah, he looks more like a mouse. But you know, he is very convincing as a rodent, I suppose. It's really the size of his head here in comparison. Ooh, sorry about that. It's really the size of his head in comparison to how big his ears are here. Because if you look at Vintage here, you know, he's got a large head and small ears, and this guy is just the opposite. His head is very small, and his ears are very large in comparison. Makes him look more like a mouse, if you ask me, than a rat. Kingdom doesn't move all that much. In fact, take the gun off here. I'll talk about that in a second. He can only really move at the rat beans here. I suppose if you want to, you can kind of pretend he can move at the legs too, but I mean, that doesn't really look that great, does it? Yeah, but he's a nice little gray rat. Although again, he looks more like a mouse. He does have this white paint on his muzzle here, and a painted nose, and the inside of his ears, which that's really nice, I think. And of course, he's got paint on the rat beans. I do like the color much better than this fellow here. And again, if you look under him, you can see, yeah, just robot parts. There's the robot head. This time it's upside down. And yeah, you can see the makings of the legs, and you can see the fists. back here. So yeah, he's got POTUS manus syndrome, as TJ Omega says. Yeah, he's got a cute little face, certainly cuter than this guy. He doesn't look, you know, irate like he does. Again, never seen a rat make that face before, but you know. And he does have some floof detail. And on the tail there, he's got the ridges there. Ooh, sorry about that. I should never have caffeine before I do these reviews. Here's the gun here. Unfortunately, the storage option they give you is to peg it onto his leg like that. I don't know if I like that a whole lot. But you can see it's a very nice looking gun. It's like a little rifle. And yeah, I'm not sure if I like the fact that you store his gun on his leg. It kind of, yeah. I think he has a much better option for gun storage. Yeah, those are the rat modes. I think Vintage takes this round because he just looks more like a rat to me. Like, yeah, Kingdom's all right, but he just looks more like a mouse. Especially considering how much smaller he is. He's called a core class, which is, I guess, somewhere between a legend and a scout. Like, this guy's a scout, or basic, as they were called back in the days of Beast Wars and Beast Machines. Yeah. So those are the rat modes. This guy definitely takes it. You know, is actually, you know, because he actually looks like a rat and not like a mouse. Okay, so the Transformers, right? So they transform. The original Rattrap was one of the flip formers. He had an automatic transformation gimmick. And he wasn't the only one of his kind. There was also the Bat Optimus Primal and the Alligator Megatron, released back in the old days of Beast Wars, or, you know, back at the start of Beast Wars, before they made Primal a gorilla and Megatron a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And those were flip formers, and so is this guy. This guy is also a flip former. And basically what that means is there's this little panel here, and the transformation is automatic. They kind of brought that back in the Activators line of Transformers Animated. And as you can see, the resulting robot you end up with ends up looking very close to the show. Go back at the tail there, folded in. Oh man, I cut my nails. His hands are pegged in here. There we go. Well, note to self, don't cut your nails before doing a Transformers review. And you can see the halves of his gun there are safely secure in the backpack here. Oh boy, here we go again. Oh, okay. It was, yeah. The gun is in two pieces. If you want, you can pretend they are the, like individually, you could pretend they are the bombs he had in the show, because he's something of a demo man. No bottle of Scrumpy included. Where is your bottle of Scrumpy now, Rattrap? Getting him to stand is kind of a chore. See if I can do it here. He's kind of got a loose leg. And as you can see, he's got this backpack, this huge backpack. So standing him up is, there we go. Let's get to the gun here. Yeah, the gun comes in 2 pieces. Again, if you wanted to, you could pretend these are, like individually, you can pretend these are the bombs he has in the show. And they make this nice little rifle. Put this in his hand real quick. Yeah. Another note to self: do not have caffeine before making a video. Okay. And yeah, what you end up with looks very close to the Beast Wars show. Aside from a few little tidbits. The head looks more like a rough draft of what Rattrap would end up looking like, because that's basically what it is, because the show came out before, or the figures came out before the show. But it's definitely Rattrap, right down to the exposed brain. And the red optics. Really, it's the mouth, I think. The mouth is rather, yeah. Because he's kind of got this pointy part here at the chin. He's really supposed to have buck teeth, and he doesn't really. But yeah, overall, oh, and the head is gray too, where it should be this brown kind of color. But yeah, really, this is a nice little Rattrap figure, very close to what he ends up looking like in the show. He's very poseable. There's ball joints all around, even on the head. Though he doesn't have ankle joints. And this big backpack of his doesn't exactly help when trying to stand him up. Yeah, but overall, he's really poseable. Nice gun. So he is definitely packing heat. So any Predacon that dares cross him, better watch out. Okay. Does have detail. He even has, oh my God. Oh my God. What the, Okay, there's veins in the robot backpack. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, overall he's a very nice little figure. See if I can get him to stand up here again. Okay, let's get to Kingdom here. Kingdom has a bit more of an involved transformation and a bit of a fun transformation too. This is kind of where he's gonna steal it. His transformation is not automatic. What you do is flip his back end up like that. You should end up with this. You know, something that looks like that. I'm going to scooch back a bit here. Straighten out his arms. Grab him by the rat beans and lower the legs there. They should peg in there like that. But yeah, you want to take these parts here and flip them outward. And that's really clever with the legs too. I really like that. Yeah. Yeah. He's kind of finicky at first, but all in all, he's really fun to transform. There's a little hook here. You want that to go in there. And then flip these up, turn the arms, and then finally rotate the head. And, well, I put that in that hand. Shoot. Again, don't have caffeine before making a video. Yeah. And he has a much better looking gun, I think. This is where Kingdom kind of steals it, because as you can see, his robot mode is very nice. Very accurate to what you see in Beast Wars. Not necessarily in Kingdom. We're judging these as a representation of Rattrap as a, you know, as Rattrap looks, you know, not necessarily the shows they're from. We're judging these as a representation of Beast Wars Rattrap. So, you know, we're not going to be talking about the show Transformers Kingdom. If you want to know how I feel on that show, I do not care for it. But at least the figures are nice. Really, Beast Machines is better than the show Kingdom. But this is a very nice Rattrap. He's pretty poseable, although the head doesn't move as much because, yeah, the head only swivels, and even then it's kind of hard because his chin kind of gets in the way. Just have shoulders, ball joints at the shoulders, ball joints at the elbow. You can see these little maximal symbols on the forearms. Very nice. Again, much like the show. Again, the rat head becomes the chest. Yeah, very nice all in all. I wish his legs looked more like this. That's more or less how they looked in the show. Yeah, but it's okay. It's a nice little update to the character. You got knees. Technically, you've got double jointed knees, but that's really for the transformation. Yeah, Kingdom actually has ankles, so, and heel spurs. So him falling over because of his backpack, which is much more neatly compact, as you can see. He doesn't just have the decapitated body of a rat, a flayed decapitated body of a rat on his back. You know, he's got a much more compact looking backpack, much smaller backpack as well. And his feet, which are really his rat beans from earlier, yeah, they've got heels, so he stands great. And again, look at that head. That is Rattrap straight out of Beast Wars through and through. It's almost like I can hear Scott McNeil Scott McNeil's voice coming out of that head. You don't have to have him hold the gun. There's a little port back here. There's another little slot there in the gun, or peg, rather. And yeah, you can store the gun on his back. Very nice little robot mode. If you took, yeah, the colors are Beast Wars accurate as well. He's not brown, you know, he's more of this, you know, orange color. Yeah. So if you took this guy's robot mode and this guy's beast mode, you would have the definitive Rattrap, I think. Yeah. So all in all, which one should you really get? Well, they're both good in their own right, but which one is better? Oh, one more thing. They both even have these gears here. Right here, right here. Yeah. Those made it onto a show model in Beast Wars. Again, that's really nice. So all in all, which one takes the cake? Which one is better? Really, they're both good in their own right, but Kingdom is probably going to steal it here. You know, he's got just better articulation. He looks a lot more show accurate. His rat mode looks more like a mouse, but what are you going to do? But really, this one is nice too. And really, I would pick them both up. But if you got to have one, probably your best bet is Kingdom. Really, if you're starting a Beast Wars collection, you've got to have a Rattrap. You've got to have at least one version of Rattrap, whether it be the original or, you know, the Transmetal version or one of these two, or heck, even Beast Machine's Rattrap. Even he's a good figure. So yeah, Kingdom wins, but you know, both these guys are good in their own right. So yeah, if you can find either of them, definitely do pick them up. They're a good purchase.